is 12 lunar. If you notice here, it's 12 lunar. Here the word, they say the word month is. If you go in the article, they use the word lunar. If you notice here, it's 12 lunar. Here the word, they say the word month. The article, they use the word lunar. Month, you are saying 12 moon, and that is additional proof that your God Allah is a fake God, because the lunar calendar, if this is the calendar of Allah, is a proven very easy to be, and that is additional proof that your God Allah. That's why we have to fix it every few days, because the lunar calendar, if this is the, it's not complete. Muhammad here was copying people around him who have the lunar calendar, including the Jews. The Sabian, they have it. The Jews, they have it. The Arab, they have it. And Muhammad, he follow what he learned from people behind him or before him. So in order to fabricate and to come with the speed of light, they have to make an article have nothing to do with reality, and it's far away from any truth. Neither the Quran says that, neither Muhammad says that, neither the Hadith says that, and even their article proving that they are false. Same time we showed you that the Quran bring us two dating. One, it says that Allah, he deal with the earth and the heaven in a day equal to 1,000 years, as we see in chapter 32 verse number 5, and we showed you in chapter 70 verse number 4, it says the opposite, that the angels and the spirit ascended to him in a day in the measure wherefore as 50,000 years. If the angels, they have a fixed speed of light, why here is taking them 50,000 years, and there they have 1,000 years as distance. Same time, Muhammad, he received the chapter of Al-Fatiha today, let us say. As long the angels is going to take them 1,000 years to go up and 1,000 years to come down. That's mean in order for Muhammad to receive the second verse, the angels have to take them 2,000 years after they deliver the first verse. How Muhammad received the Quran then? Any Muslim can tell us? When you say to me that the Quran says, not me saying that, the angels, they take the command from Allah, as we see in the article, read and laugh with me. Allah rules. Okay, what does that mean? The command of Allah is given to the angels, and the angels will travel to do the command of Allah, and it take them 1,000 years to come to the earth. And by the way, here you will see in the translation, they say in a distance of 1 day. In the verse in the Quran, it doesn't say the word distance at all. That is a fabrication. Chapter 32 verse number 5. Let us change the translator from the article to the website we are using. 32:5. Just to show you how the Muslims, they fabricate, and we cannot accept their translation. They make a translation fit with the article they are making to prove a point. So they add words to the translation to make it about distance, to make it about speed, to make it about things is not there. Here we go. This is verse number 5. Where is the distance? Here he add the word space. Even there's no space. The Arabic in front of us, it says يدبر الأمر من السماء إلى الأرض ثم يعرج إليه في يوم كان مقداره 1000 سنة مما تعدون. He rules the affair from the heaven to the earth, which means from the direction is from the heaven down to the earth, and then they go back to him in a day which is equal to 1000 years of your time. That's it. Doesn't say anything about speed, doesn't say anything about distance, it doesn't say anything. All what it says that the angels, they go down to earth to do the command of Allah in one day for Allah, 1000 years for us. So here Muhammad, he received a verse from Allah. Why Muhammad he received a verse second day? If the angels they need 1000 years, 1000 years to go, 1000 years to come back. Any Muslim? Hello? Who is a Muslim want to give us a call? So all what we see in the Muslim articles is a change of translation, change of interpretation, adding words to the Quran to make it scientifically look like. We change the translator, it says, he regulates the affair from the heaven to the earth, then shall its skin date to him in a day the measure of it, which is 1000 years of your count. There's no distance, there's no speed, there's only time. And we cannot measure the speed unless we know two things at least. If we know the distance and we know the time, we can know the speed. If we know the speed and we know the distance, we can know the time, correct? I mean, it's a simple mathematics. But here all what we know is the time. How many of you is good in mathematics? So they lie and they fabricate and they add things is not even exist there. Let us see different fabricated miracle. Vision. Let us take one by one. Vision. A mysterious syndrome has been impairing astronauts' vision on the International Space Station, causing untreatable. Okay, all right, okay. I'm not going to read the whole article. You read it, guys. But let's go to the Quran. But 1400 years ago, the Quran said, if Allah opened wormhole, the Quran says Allah opened wormhole. Okay. Read the translation with me and laugh. Even if we Allah open upon them from the heaven a door, that they continued passing through, if they would say our sight is intoxicated, rather we have been bewitched. So they say to you that if you stay in the heaven in the spaceship, you have a barely vision. Your vision is not going to be good. Your vision is going to be disturbed. And they say to you, look, Allah in the Quran says, when we open for them the door of the sky and they are going up to the sky, they will say, look like as if we are drunk and we don't see good. We think we are, and they're black magic. Read carefully what the Muslims they say here. Sakarat in Arabic mean getting drunk. Dizziness, nausea, and pearl of vision are common symptoms of getting drunk. Today we know that astronomers expire dozens and noses per vision. Okay, hold on. If we go to the Quran and see the verses they are talking about, and we try to find out what the verse is talking about, all of us we will die laughing at the fiction of the Muslim try to create. Chapter 15, verse number 14 and 15. Let us go. All right. The same chapter they choose for us to speak about miraculous of pearly vision is speaking about something totally different. Read carefully with me, and I challenge any Muslim to say, I am lying. The one Allah is talking about is those who make fun of Islam, not those who go to heaven. Read carefully. We have sent without we have without doubt sent down the message, and we will assuredly guard it from corruption. But we know that the goat ate the Quran, and we know Omar, he said the Quran was 1,027,000 letter, and not even 20% or 30% of the Quran is left. We did send messengers before thee amongst religious sect of old, but never came a messenger to them, but they mocked him. Even so we do let it creep into the heart of the sinners. They should not believe in the message, but the ways of the ancient have passed away. Even if we open out to them a gate from heaven, and they were to be continue all day ascending therein, they would only say, our eyes have been opened to be drunk. Nay, we have been bewitched and sorcery. So all what he's saying, even if we take them to heaven, they will not believe it. All what this verse is about. The Muslim, they make it about when you go in the spaceship, you have a pearly vision. But hold on. The Quran itself says, if we continue reading the same chapter, you will see how stupid things will go. They are talking about if you go in the spaceship, you will have a pearly vision. Read with me carefully. It is we who have set the zodiacal signs in the heaven. So the God of Islam believe in zodiac signs. Do you see it? This is a spaceship now. The zodiac signs, Allah saying, I am the one who put them in the heaven. Continue. And we made them decoration for the beholder. So the God of Islam believe that the stars are decoration only, which means all the stars can be seen. The fact not even 1/1,000,000,000% of the stars can be seen by eye. The rest are invisible for our eyes because they are too far. Then وَحَفَظْنَاهَا مِنْ كُلِّ شَيْطَانٍ رَجِيمٍ. And moreover, we have guarded them from every cursed devil. Hold on. The Muslim, they were talking about spaceship going to the space, but the Quran says nobody can go there. Because the space is guarded, shaitan cannot go there, and even a human being cannot go there. But if any sign, any gains a hearing by stealth is pursued by a flaming fire. So if any shaitan try to go to the space, Allah will shoot him by a star. Do you see the science? If a shaitan, he tried to go to the space, Allah will shoot him by the fire. And that story can be confirmed in different verses in the Quran. Read carefully with me. You see how they try to speak about the spaceship? Allah protect the spaceship. Those who go in the space, they will have a pearly vision. In chapter 67, verse number 5, it says, He is the one who created 7 heavens, one above one, to see no incorrectly the creation of the beneficent Allah. Then he looked again, can we see the disorder? Then he turned back the eye again and again. Your look shall come back to you, confused while you are fatigued. I mean, the translation is really horrible. And certainly we have adorned the lowest heaven with lamps, and we have made such a lamps as missiles for Shaitan, and we have prepared for them. What the verse in here saying that the lamps are created to shoot the Shaitan in his ass, but the guys in the article talking about science and spaceship. Not only this, we are not done. Not only this, in different verses in the Quran we will find the following. We will keep going. The Lord of the heaven and the earth, and what is between them, the Lord of the east. Surely we have adorned the nearest heaven with adornment star, and there is safeguards against every rebellious Shaitan. They cannot listen to exalted assembly, and they are thrown at from every side, being driven away. For them is a perpetual chestmate, except him who snatches off but once, then there follow him a brightly shining flame. Horrible translation. I will change it, but as you see, the Quran, the Muslim, they speak about science. The Quran is speaking that there is genies and Shaitan, they spy at Allah, and that how Allah explained the falling meteor. He thinks that those are stars. They are made to shoot the Shaitan who try to spy at Allah. They are coming to Allah to spy at Allah. Allah have a meeting with the angels. He's giving them commands. So the Shaitan go there trying to spy, but he cannot, because the second he tried to go there, Allah he shoot them. We are not done yet. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Yes, my friend. We hear you.
Hello, yeah. My name is Ustaz Jama Degwa.
All right, how I can help you?
You know me now. Why you ask me that question?
Sorry?
Help me as well. Don't you remember me?
No, I do not know you. Who are you?
Connected us together last week.
I don't hear
And
you.
we are unable to finish our discussion.
I don't say again. What?
I said last week I was connected to you
Are you the one who called himself Ustaz?
by Professor. Yeah.
How are you, Ustaz? How are you doing?
Why did you block my boy today?
I blocked what?
Latif. Hello? You blocked Latif Hassan.
Because he's a kid. He said he don't accept the hadith. Do you accept the hadith or not?
I told you that day.
I ask you, I'm asking you, don't change the topic, don't shut up. You're asking me why you blocked this guy. This guy, he play game. He claimed first that he don't accept hadith. Do you agree that a Muslim can be a Muslim without accepting hadith? Yes or no?
I will be accepted. It has not contradict the Quran.
No, my friend, he did not say that. He said he don't accept the hadith. Anyone, he said I don't accept the hadith.
He didn't tell you that.
Okay, let me ask you. As long as it does not contradict the Quran, I will go with you. Your prophet, he said the sun set in a murky water. Do you agree with that hadith?
Is that what?
Your prophet, he said the sun set in a murky water.
Can you show me the trace in the Quran?
Show you the verse in the Quran?
The traces of the Quran here.
All right, no problem. Do you see my screen with me?
No.
Okay,
no.
chapter 18, verse number 86. Read it for us.
I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook.
All right, chapter 18, verse number 86.
Chapter 18.
Yes.
Verse number what? Verse number what?
86.
86. 86. But always run away from the.
Sorry?
Hello?
Yeah?
Why do you always run away from the Bible?
Don't change the topic. Let's finish what we are talking about. Read the verse.
I said, why do you always run away from quoting the Bible?
My friend, nobody is running away. You are the one is running away from quoting the Quran right now. You are the one is running away from quoting the Quran. You asked me where it says the sun set in the murky water. I gave you the verse, and now you are running away, changing the topic. It is you who's running away. Read the verse for me.
I will read the version.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'm not asking you a
Nobody
question.
is running away, and I will get you busted. You can quote from me from the Bible as much as you want. You can quote from the Bible as much as you want. Read the verse for me. Read the verse for me. We are waiting for you, my friend. Go ahead.
Now, let me take it from verse 83.
Okay.
So you give me time
Sure,
to
go
explain
ahead.
myself.
We are reading. Go
Don't
ahead.
interrupt.
Go ahead.
Now, the Quran said from Allah, not Muhammad said. Quran said, they ask you concerning your name. They will ask you Muhammad. Allah is telling Muhammad that they ask you about Dhul-Qarnayn. Tell them, I will re-ask you something of his story. Tell them that God will tell me about Dhul-Qarnayn.
Okay. Who is the Qurnayn? Who is Zulqarnain?
And the means.
My friend, do you hear me? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Who is Zulqarnain? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Before you continue, I'm letting you read. It's okay. We can stop for a second to tell me who is this guy first. Who is Zulqarnain?
Let me finish.
Who is Zulqarnain? If you don't mind. So you do not know who is Zulqarnain? Is that the answer? Do you know who is Zulqarnain, or you do not know?
Let me read to the end, please.
Okay, but you promised me you will tell me who is Zulqarnain, right?
I said, please.
Okay, go ahead.
Now said, surely we established his power on earth.
Okay.
And we gave him the ways, means to all ends. 85. One such way he followed. 86. Until he reached the setting of the sun, he found it set in a spring of murky water. Near it he found a people. We said, don't condemn. You have authority either to punish them or to treat them with kindness. He said, whoever does wrong, him shall we punish. Then shall he be sent back to his Lord, and he will punish him with a punishment unheard before. But whoever believes and work righteousness, he shall have a goodly reward, and easy will be his task, as we order it by our command. So what are you asking me?
My friend, you are very funny. I asked you why your God, he said, I asked you where your God said the water sit in the murky water. So you read the whole chapter, and now you're asking me what I'm asking you. So I was asking you two questions now, because you are the one who started reading from verses. Let me tell you what I'm asking you. Don't cut me. You see, you asked me to let you finish, and now you said to me, what are you asking me? Let me tell you what I'm asking you. First of all, who is Zulqarnain? Number two, how your God say that the sun sit in the murky water? The mic is yours. Who is Al-Qurnayn? And how the sun sits in the murky water? Go ahead.
Al-Qurnayn is a messenger of God.
Who is he? People. Who is he?
To one day, a messenger of God.
Who is he?
Of Allah.
Who is he? Where he was? What is his language? What is his location? What his name? Who is he?
I don't know his location.
Okay, do you know what
Al-Qurnayn?
Do you know what Al-Qurnayn mean? Do you know what Al-Qurnayn mean?
Al-Qurnayn.
Yeah, what Al-Qurnayn mean?
Show me in the Quran the meaning.
I'm asking you. You are the scholar. You call yourself Ustaz. So let us say I am a person from Nigeria. I'm a person from Nigeria, and you are the Ustaz. So if one of your students call you Mr. Ustaz, which means you claim to be a teacher, who is Zulqarnain and what Zulqarnain mean? What you will say to him?
I've told you, Zulqarnain is a messenger of God.
Who is he? Who is he? We got. He is a messenger of God. He in which nation? What language? What his name? Zulqarnain. Do you know what Zulqarnain mean?
Meaning of what?
What Zulqarnain mean? The mean in Arabic. What Zulqarnain mean?
I don't know.
You do not know, so you call yourself Ustaz. Zulqarnain mean the guy with the two horns. Let me teach you the one you call yourself Ustaz, which means you call yourself teacher and master. Zulqarnain. Let me answer you. Let me answer you, Nigerian boy. Boy, you are no Ustaz. You know nothing. You just said I do not know. So let me teach you. Zulqarnain in Arabic. Shut up. Let me answer you. Zulqarnain, shut up, let me talk. You do not know. You just said you do not know. Zulqarnain means let me talk, man. Don't act like a kid. You said you do not know. I know. Zulqarnain means the guy with the two horns. Why he was called the guy with the two horns? Do you know?
Where is it in the Quran?
It's in here in front of you. Zulqarnain. This is what Qurnain mean. The guy with the two horns.
Where in the Quran written that the meaning?
It's in the front of you, you idiot. This is what the word mean in Arabic. Zulqarnain. This is what Al-Qurnain mean. This is what Al-Qurnain mean.
I said, where in the Quran you found the meaning of
my friend, this is the Arabic word. The Qurnain mean two horn. Are you stupid or what? In Arabic, the word Qurnain. Don't tell me what is the meaning. This is what it says. The Quran says. The Quran says the guy with the two horns. This is not a name, you idiot. You see, you claim to be a teacher, but you are a certified liar. Al-Qurnain in Arabic. Okay, let me show you. If I show you. What Al-Qurnain mean? I'm asking you. You claim to be a teacher. What Al-Qurnain mean?
From the Arab word.
Yeah. And what the word mean? And what the word mean? Mean two horn, correct?
Is it an Arab man?
Yes.
How do you define?
Otherwise, hold on. It is an Arabic word. I don't care what it's an Arab man or not. The word is Zulqarnain, mean the guy with the two horn. Yes or no?
Ibrahim is an Arabic word. Ibrahim.
Abdul, listen, Abdul. I'm asking you now. I'm asking you. Shut up, you coward. Why Allah call him the guy with the two horns? Do you have an answer?
I said you are a liar. Zulqarnain was never an Arab man.
I am not saying he's an Arab. This is Alexander the Great, you idiot. This is Alexander the Great, you donkey. This is Alexander the Great. This is not an Arab. I am not saying he's an Arab. I am saying Zulqarnain is an Arabic word. Stop, donkey. Listen, donkey. Ustaz donkey. Listen, Zulqarnain. Okay, let me get you busted. What interpretation would you like me to read for you? What? Who?
This idiot. I said, is Zulqarnain an Arab man?
No, this is Alexander the Great.
You telling me now Zulqarnain means man with two horns in Arab word?
I said in Arabic the word Qurnain mean the guy. Zulqarnain mean the guy with the two horn.
You are a liar.
I am a liar? Okay, I challenge you. Which interpretation you like me to read for you? What interpretation you like me to read for you?
Wikipedia is not an Arab word.
I ask you, what is the interpretation you like me to read for you?
So that you gave is lie.
I'm asking Abdul, what's wrong with you? Why you are scared? What interpretation you like me? What interpretation you like me to read for you? Stop playing games.
Hello. You don't even know what I was talking about. I asked a question. Is Zulkarnain an Arab man? He said no. You are not given Arab meaning to what you don't even have.
Abdul, is the Quran in Arabic or it's in the Greek?
You said what?
Is the Quran written in Arabic or written in Greek?
It's Arabic.
Okay. Is Zulkarnain a name? Is Zulkarnain is a name or description? Is Zulkarnain, shut up. Is Zulkarnain, shut up. Is Zulkarnain a name or description?
Shut up. Let me talk. Now, Zulkarnain is as, look at Abraham. Abraham was a Greek.
Don't change the topic, Abdul. Don't change the topic. Is Zulkarnain a name? Is Zulkarnain a name or description? Is Zulkarnain a name or description?
Zulkarnain was not an Arab man, and you know it. The name was coined from his original name to Arab man. So if you are the original name of Zulkarnain.
Okay, hold on. I want to ask you. You claim to be Ustaz. What is the reference of what you are saying? That Zulkarnain is the name of the guy.
Thank you. I said Zulkarnain was coined from his original name, unlike Abraham. That's it.
Abdul, when you mention something to me, I would like you to give me a reference. Where is the reference of what you just said? Can you give me a reference?
Thank you. In the Bible or in the book of Moses, Abraham was a prophet of God. So, name of Abraham we know to the Hebrews. Ibrahim is the coined one in Arab world. Abraham was never an Arab man.
Abdul, are you stupid or what? Why you are changing the topic? What Abraham have to do with our Qur'an? Stop being a liar. Let me get you busted. This is Tafsir at-Tabari. Everybody will laugh at you. You call me, you're asking your destiny to be destroyed. Here we go. This is, shut up, you idiot. This is Tafsir at-Tabari. Zulqarnain is a guy who is a guy with the two horns. Shut up, potato. Coward. Read with me and laugh. Big mouth. Coward. Listen, coward. If you want to talk to me, you should let me talk. If you will not let me talk, we cannot talk. Do you agree? To let me talk or not? This is Tafsir at-Tabari. Is going to show everybody that you are a certified donkey. Read it for me. I challenge you. I gave you the link. It's in your sky. Open it and read it. You do not know Arabic, you are a liar. And this is at-Tabari saying that Zulqarnain was given that description because they beat him twice in his head. Read it. Read it, you coward. Why you don't read it?
I read it.
Okay, read it for us. Read at-Tabari. No, read at-Tabari for me. Do you know how to read Arabic?
I'm my phone.
Do you know how to read Arabic?
I'm on Facebook Live.
I don't care. Do you know how to read Arabic? Read it.
So that's why I said I can't see what you're reading.
Read the Tafsir at-Tabari for the verse. Read Tafsir at-Tabari. This is Tafsir at-Tabari.
I don't allow Tafsir. Tafsir is the perception of the writer.
Oh, so Tafsir, okay, let us make it clear. So you agree that the Muslim Tafsir, all of it agree with me, and you are the only one have his own Tafsir.
And because that is the only, back then.
So let me ask you, if there is one Tafsir agree with your donkey, is there is one Tafsir in the world agree with you, Mr. Donkey Ustaz?
You are a fool.
If there is one Tafsir agree with you, are you saying to me that all Muslim scholars agree with me, but not even one scholar agree with you?
As written it as understanding.
I want you claim to be Ustaz. When somebody says he's Ustaz, you have to give reference. Okay, where you are giving me your interpretation? Are you giving me your own interpretation? Obviously, yes. Your scholars, they say that this guy was called the man with the two horns because they hit him in his head first time he invited them to Islam, and he got a pimple in his head. It's called a horn.
You told me about it. Let me ask you a question. Was yours that to show what? Idiots. Mr. Fool.
Okay, Abdul. So the interpretation agree with me. Abdul, listen. Abdul, potato. Potato, stop.
Did you believe that Jesus was sent to the whole world?
Get lost, donkey. Let your mama call me. And you say to me why I block them? Here we go. I will block you too. You don't let me talk. You don't change the topic. You are a coward. You are a potato. You do not know how to speak Arabic, and you don't agree with your scholars. And now you claim that you have your own interpretation, and you claim that Zulqarnain is a name, and not even a single Muslim in the world agree with that. Zulqarnain, this is what Arabic means, the man with the two horns. You are a certified donkey trying to fool, scam the Nigerian people. We talk about Zulqarnain, you start talking about Abraham. We talk about the sun sitting in murky water, he start talking about Jesus. Potato. So you say to me, why you block that idiot? He's idiot like you, liar like you. He said he don't accept the hadith. Not hadith contradict the Quran. And by the way, all the hadith contradict the Quran, because the Quran contradicts itself. However, if we show you a hadith not contradicting the Quran, you don't accept it. If we show you a hadith contradict the Quran, still you accept it. As an example, mut'ah. The Quran says you do mut'ah, the hadith says don't do mut'ah. You say to us you don't accept the hadith contradict the Quran. There is tons of rules are abrogated in Islam. It is in the hadith, not in the Quran, which means this is a contradiction for the Quran. Stupidity. Now, if we go back where he refused to read for us, and you see he asked me to read 10 verses before and 10 verses after, but he did not answer the question how Zulqarnain, the guy with the two horns, found the sun sitting in murky water. Do you see it? I mean, who cares even about the name of the Zulqarnain? But I'm not going to talk to you because you shout a lot. I noticed that those Nigerian Muslims, they have big mouth, they say nothing, they are foolish. They will not let you talk, and they are like a talking machine, blah 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 blah, and they say things which is against their cult. When I say something, I show reference, I put it in the screen, everybody read with me. I say Zulqarnain is a guy who got hit in his head first time, and he was killed, and he got the first horn, and then he came to invite his people again to Islam. They hit him again in his head, and he got the second horn. Zulqarnain, as a word in Arabic, means the guy with the two horns. It's not a name, you idiot donkey. This is Tafsir al-Tabari. It says the following: جئتم تسألوني عن ذي القرنين وما تجدونه في كتبكم. كان شاب من الروم فجاء فبنى مدينة مصر الإسكندرية. You are coming to me to ask me about the guy with the two horns and what is in your books. He was a young man from the Roman, and he came and he built a city in Egypt. It's called Alexandria. And when he finished, an angel came to him and he took him up to the sky, and he said to him, what do you see? He says, I see my city and many cities. And then he took him up more, and he said to him, what do you see? He says, I see my city. And then he took him up more. He said, what do you see? He say, I see the earth, and this is the ocean. And then he says, Allah, he sent me to you to teach the ignorant and to fix the knowledge. And then he came with him until he found a dam between two mountains, and those mountains are lousy. They are like they fell in the top of each other. And he walked with him until he found Gog and Magog, and then he walked with him into other nation, and their faces is the faces of dogs, They are fighting the people of Gog and Magog. And then he took him more until he walked with him to other nation. They were fighting each other, and their faces are faces of dogs. And then he took him to other nations, etc., etc. So when we say something like this, we prove it. We don't make things up. You claim to be an ustaz. Ustaz mean master, teacher. Shame on you, self-claim. You do not know Arabic. You don't speak Arabic. You cannot read your own books, and you claim knowledge. We ask you a simple question: who is Dhul-Qarnayn? You do not know. You do not know. If I call this guy again, do you think, guys, he will give us the answer, or he will shout, scream non-stop? He will shout, scream. He will never answer, because he knew he have no knowledge. Let us laugh. Did you hear the interpretation I was reading for you?
Mr. Idiot, why do you block me?
Did you read the interpretation I was reading for you, Abdul?
I didn't even read anything. Why do you block me?
Are you there? Are you there?
Why do you block me? Why do you block me?
No, you are not allowing me to read. I have to stop you so I can read for you. I was reading for you. So did you see my reading?
I don't even see it.
Okay, now I want you to read for me the interpretation I gave you, please.
Which one?
I gave it to you in Skype. Open the link and read it, please.
I don't have it here. I'm not with my phone.
You don't have Arabic in your phone, so do you know Arabic?
I don't have my phone with me.
Okay, I'm asking you. Do you know Arabic? Do you know, my friend? I'm asking you. Do you know Arabic? He hang up. He don't know Arabic. He is teaching Islam, and he claims that he is a master in Islam, but he do not know Arabic. Let me call him again. He's hanging up on me. The second I said to him, do you know Arabic? Insist to know Arabic. He hang up, because this is very embarrassing. His guy, he is making himself equal to Zakir Naik. Zakir Naik do not know Arabic. Deedat do not know Arabic, and this donkey do not know Arabic, and yet they claim to be scholars. How in the world you claim to be a scholar but you do not know Arabic? How you can read your books? And you see, now I am calling him, he is hanging up, the coward. Very embarrassing. See? He's hanging up. My name is Ustaz. Ustaz, as they say. What a potato. What a coward. What does Dhul-Qarnayn mean? Is Dhul-Qarnayn al-Arab? No, he's not. He's Alexander the Great, you idiot. And how your God, he make Alexander the Great, who is a bisexual, a prophet of God. Alexander the Great is a bisexual. Allah, he chose a bisexual to be a prophet of Allah. And he found the sun set in the murky water. Isn't it? This is amazing. Let us see, we have some callers from Nigeria. Who's next? Okay, call me, Nigerian guy. You will see here in front of me, it says, حدثنا ابن حميد قال حدثنا حكام blah 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 blah. He says from. He says he ordered them to fear Allah. Dhul Qarnayn, he ordered his people to fear Allah, and they did hit him in his head, in the side of his head, and they killed him. And then Allah, he made him come up again, and they did hit him in the other horn, and he died. This is why he was called the guy with the two horns. Here it says فَدَعَ قَوْمَهُ إِلَى اللَّهِ. So he invited them to worship Allah. They hit him in his horn, and he died, and Allah brought him back again to life. And then he invited his people again to Allah, and they hit him again in his horn, and he died. And this is why he was called the guy with the two horns. Oh boy. Chat only. I don't chat only. Sorry, you want to talk to me, call me. I don't do chat. What? Don't waste my time. Let us call the ustaz. Answer potato, answer coward. He will not answer, see? That's it. He called me back. He thought maybe he can, you know, gambling. The guy he called me before, we made him shish kebab, and now he tried to retain the honor which was dismissed all the floor. So he said maybe if I call him now, maybe I can more lucky. But he noticed right away that he have no luck. He's being stupid. This is how they make money from you. They claim to be people of knowledge, but they cannot read 2 sentences from their book. What Dhul Qarnayn mean? He do not know. He think it's a name, the idiot. He think it is a name. What a donkey you are. Now we go back to our topic. As you see, Dhul Qarnayn, he found the sun sitting in murky water, while the Muslims in their article are speaking about the pearly vision. The Quran says that Allah it challenged mankind. Give him a chance. Answer, Abdul, answer. Answer, Allah will help you, come on. Ustaz. Alright, so as you see, the Quran is full of garbage, and the Muslim, they try to say to us in the Quran, even speaking about when you go in this space, you will have difficulty with your vision. But this is not what the Quran is speaking about. The Quran was talking, if we try even to take them to heaven, they will say we are drunk, we don't believe it. Suddenly it became about spaceship when the Quran even challenged anyone to go to the space. Isn't it the Quran says none of you can go to the space? Isn't it Allah he challenged mankind and genie to go to the space? Let us see. In chapter 55 verse number 33, Allah challenged mankind and genie both together to leave the zone of the earth. And if you try, look what Allah will do to you. Read with me carefully. O company of jinn and man, if you have power to penetrate all the region of the heaven and the earth, then penetrate them, but you will never be able to do so. And save by our sanctions. If you go and see what the sanctions, they will say only angels and prophets of God they can go through. If you are not an angel, which means not included in the sanctions, Allah will shoot your ass. There will be sent against you both. Both who? Mankind and genie who try to go out of the zone of the earth. A fire and the flesh of brass, and you will not escape. Do you see it? This is what Islam is about. The Quran denies and says nobody can leave to the space. And if you try to leave the space, Allah will shoot you. So what the Muslim talking about, the speed of light, spaceship. If you go in the space, you will have a difficulty with your vision. All this fabrication. When the Quran obviously is nothing but a fairy tale book. The same as we asked this guy who claimed to be Ustaz about Zulqarnain, who found the sun set in the murky water. Your God did not even know where the sun set. The sun doesn't set anywhere. When we asked this guy, he said we refuse hadith if it is contradict the Quran. Well, the Quran said the sun set in the murky water. And the hadith confirmed that. Until he reached the setting of the sun. Reach where? The setting of the sun. How in the world can a person reach the setting of sun? How in the world I can reach that? I do not need to go anywhere to reach the setting of the sun, because the sun set everywhere. So in order to understand until he reached the sun setting place, he have to be going to a place where the sun set, which is a location. And then he found it. Allah is stating a fact, what he found. The one who's talking here, by the way, is Allah, not the guy who is called Zulqarnain, the man with the two horns. He found it sitting in a spring of murky water. Let us see what Muhammad he say about that. Do Muhammad confirm that the sun set in the murky water? Absolutely. Read it. I was sitting behind Allah messenger, or messenger of Allah, who was riding on a donkey while the sun setting. He asked, do you know where this set, which means the sun? I replied, Allah and his apostle know better. So Muhammad have knowledge of Allah. He said it's set in a spring of warm water. And here they quote the Arabic word hamia, which actually boiling water. Actually, this is why it's murky, because it's boiling. Is this hadith is weak? Absolutely not. Sahih. Is that a contradiction for the Quran? Absolutely not. So the story confirmed twice. Once explained by the Ustaz Muhammad, the one who called himself prophet, and one explained by the Quran, Ustaz Allah. And now we got Ustaz Nigerian boy busted, who claimed to be a person who have knowledge. He don't speak Arabic, he do not know Arabic, he cannot read Arabic, yet he is teaching about Allah and the religion of Allah. And look how many times I tried to call him, he will not answer. He went offline now to save his ass from more embarrassment. And by the way, the reason he called, because all the Muslims in his page, they are accusing him that he is, he's getting paid by me. Muslim, they are saying that he is a fake person, he cannot be a Muslim. People, they are saying to me that this guy you brought is a fake scholar, he is not a Muslim. Now everybody is watching, and all the Muslim, they can judge which one of us is telling the truth. I said Zulqarnain mean the man with the two horn. He said it's a name. His father, he called him the guy with the two horn. Hey, two horn boy, come here. Actually, I saw a Chinese movie that a kid, he have a horn in his head, and when you hit him in his head, he turned like to be like the devil. And look of them. The one before him, he claimed that he speak Arabic. When we gave him Arabic, he refused to read. He cannot see it no more. This guy, we ask him, do you know Arabic? He hang up. The second we start asking him, and he insists, if he know Arabic, I want an answer, he hang up. Because if he say, I don't, this is very embarrassing. So do you see how they fabricate and they say miraculous Quran? Until now, did you see anything here miraculous? This is the most stupid book. Not only that, if you continue the story, you will see here, he found where the sun rise too. Not only where the sun set. Until, so he changed the direction after that, and then he went until when he came to the rising of the sun, the rising place of the sun, and he found it rising on people who for whom had no provide no covering. He found the rising place of the sun. Are you sure? Where is that location? Any Muslim tell me where is the rising place of the sun? Any smart Muslim, he have an answer. The miraculous Quran. And not only that, after he arrived where the sun rise, he found people there, and they are fighting with creatures. They are called people of Gog and Magog, which is not a human. Gog and Magog, they are creatures who they sleep inside their ears. Their right ear is so big like a tent, so at night he cover himself, he warp himself by his ear, and he sleep inside his ear. It's like a tent. So those people, they ask Zulqarnain, the man with the two horn, to build a dam between them and Zulqarnain and Gog and Magog. And until now, people of Gog and Magog, they are trying to open a space so they can penetrate in and invade the earth. Is Gog and Magog is a fiction or a true story? Any Muslim? If I show you the story of Gog and Magog from the mouth of Muhammad, you will die laughing. Let us search for some stories about Gog and Magog. The Prophet said, today, the wall, the barrier of Gog and Magog has been opened so much. Oops, oops. That's very dangerous. If Gog and Magog is able to open that wall, they will invade all the way to Mecca. They will control the whole earth. And Muhammad, he made a false prophecy that the whole of Gog and Magog today open too much. And by the way, it's not even a wall. It's a dam. Dam built by iron. Where we can find this dam? And how those people, they are trillions of times by numbers more than the human being. We cannot find them. We can't even find one of them. The Prophet said, a hole has been opened in the dam of Gog and Magog. And he made the number 90 with his fingers. Which is like a small size. This is a big hole. That's dangerous. You see it? Gog and Magog. Muhammad here is making a prophecy. He said, today an opening of the size of this size, and he made small in his finger size, been made in the barrier is training Ya'juj wa Ma'juj, Ya'juj wa Ma'juj. And the PBUH made a circle with his thumb, the index finger. I said, oh Allah Messenger, shall we perish while still there will be righteous people among us? The Prophet said, yes, when wickedness prevail. You are the master of wickedness. The Muslim will use the bows and arrows and shield of Gog and Magog as firewood for 7 years. Muslims, did you use it? Gog and Magog, they are using arrows and shield? Did you really use it? False prophecy. Look how much fiction Muhammad, he learned stories from the Jews and people around him, and he add them to his books, and then he promote them to scare people with fictions. And actually Gog and Magog is one of the signs of Judgment Day, as you see. All those speaking about Gog and Magog. Any Abdul?
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I've just come on your show just to discuss about Islam.
All right. So you're a Muslim, my friend?
Yeah, I'm a Muslim, yeah.
Okay, what do you think about the Muslim? They claim that Quran is full of miraculous stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Like what?
There's many things, like for example, in the time of the Prophet ﷺ, no one knew about, in the Quran is mentioned about embryology. So in the way a baby looks in the stomach of a mother,
okay,
without science you won't know.
No problem. Can you give me a verse so we can take a look at it, please?
Yeah, just one moment.
No problem.
Just pull it up, 1 minute.
Do you want me to help you? I can help you. Go to chapter 23, verse number 14.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the one you are looking for, right?
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
Okay, so read it for us, please. What it says.
Which one?
Chapter 23, verse 14. You said this is the one you're looking for.
Yeah, so he says that ثُمَّ خَلَقْنَا النُّطْفَةَ. So he created the sperm drop, and then the sperm drop was so he made a sperm into a clot of congealed blood. Then of that clot we made a lump. Then we made out of that lump bones and clothed the bone and with flesh. Then we developed out of it another creature. So blessed be Allah, the best to create, to best to create.
So this is the science now. This is science for you.
Yeah, that's definitely science. How? The way Allah described it of the what do you call it, the lump in the mother's belly. The way it was exactly perfect as an age.
So according to you, science agreeing that sperm became a blood.
Into a clot of congealed. Yeah, that's right.
What science says that? Can you show me any reference?
No, I don't have a reference to you.
So how you know that this is what the science says? I mean, this is not smart, because the sperm will not transform to be a dead blood. Congealed blood is dead blood, and dead blood is dead blood. That's it. Doesn't grow, doesn't do anything. Is dead.
No, there's other reasons. This is just one of them, which I point out. Obviously, I don't know full details about this, but there's many reasons why the Quran is miraculous.
But you are the one who chose this one for me. Remember, it's not me who chose it for you. So
yeah, that's fine. I can choose a different.
So yeah, I mean, so do you agree now? This one is a lie, is not true?
No, I need to do more research on it.
Okay, but hold on. Forget about the sperm transform into a congealed blood, which is very funny. Then it says that the clot became a lump, and then the lump became bones, and then we closed the bones with the flesh. So do you think really that Allah, He made you as bones, and then at the end He clothed you with the flesh? Do you agree with that?
It was the process how it was. So it was a lump, then bones, and then there was one moment.
If you want to ask like for help or to call a friend, it's okay.
Yeah, could you say that again? I'll just get busy.
So according to the verse, I don't know if you can see my screen. Allah, He made you like this, and then at the end He cover you with the flesh. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. So the way it was done, but I don't know too much detail about that, so I'd rather go to a different topic.
Yeah, I don't know. I know, but you are the one who chose it. But I mean, this is very funny, because how He say that He made you bones, and then after that He clothes you with the flesh. What is the heart? Where is the? So now we are just bones. So you Muslims, you copy paste. They told you that the embryology in the Quran, is amazing, etc. It's just the most silly, stupid thing ever. Okay, I will give you a chance to change the topic. Give me something else. Forget about this one. So this one looked like it is Allah was wrong, and Allah cannot be God. Now, give me something else.
The preservation of the Quran.
Preservation of the Quran. That's wonderful. How the Quran was preserved?
So the way the Quran preserved, for generations, mass transmission. So the Quran came down in mass transmission, and normally you would expect mass transmission to there should be an error in it, but because it came from Allah, there's no error in the Quran. We only have one book.
We just showed you an error. What are you talking about? Didn't we just show you in the same verse? There's at least 5.
That's according to your. Yeah, that's according to your opinion.
To me. You are the one who said to me miraculous and science, and we go there. This is error. Same time, the Quran was collected by Muslims, correct?
Pardon?
The Quran was collected by Muslims. Is that correct?
So yeah, it was collected by the Sahaba as the companions.
Okay, what is the Quran of the Sahaba?
The Uthmanis.
What is the Quran? What is the Quran of Uthman? Do you have it?
It's verbally. What do you call it? It was memorized.
So how you say we collected, but it's verbally memorized? What kind of collection? This collection? Why you don't have a book? You don't have
It's
manuscript.
collected as well. So it's even if there wasn't, for example, just for argument's sake, if you said there's no book, you still what do you call it, preserved verbally.
Okay, well, how it's preserved verbally? I want you to give me the verses of stoning to death.
Pardon?
I want you to give me a verse, the one which Muhammad he received from Allah to stone women to death for adultery. Do you have it?
Stone women to death. I'm not sure.
Well,
I'm not sure what you mean.
don't you Muslims agree that if a man or woman they commit adultery and they are married, they have to be stoned to death? Yes?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, this is a verse in the Quran. It was in the Quran. Where we can find it in the Quran? No.
I'm not sure what you're referring to. Are you talking about the hadith, where it comes in the hadith?
No, this is a verse. This is a verse in the Quran. Quran used to have verses of stoning to death. Verses about a breastfeed for adults. Many verses are gone in the Quran. We cannot find them. And as you see,
It must have been abrogated. The certain verses they've
my
been
friend,
abrogated.
how you abrogate the verse by deleting the verse from the Quran? You told me you reserve it because there's verses in the Quran, they are abrogated, but they are in the Quran still. Why you are and by the way, it's not abrogated because stoning to death is a practice of Muslims today. It's not abrogated. So what do you
No,
mean?
there's certain verses in the Quran. What do you call it? They were the certain verses they abrogated. The certain verses Allah can take out anytime. This is a period when the revelation was coming. It's not that we can do it now. This was a period when Allah was
let me ask you,
sending the revelation.
did Uthman burn other Quran when he collect the Quran, as you claim?
Yep.
Okay, how the Muslim preserve the Quran but they burn the Quran?
So what he did was it's because the Quran came, I think it was 7 dialects. So the Quran came in different dialects. So people were getting confused. So what he did, he compiled all the dialects into one book. So it makes it easy for people.
Okay. So you are saying to me, Allah he caused people confusing by sending 7 dialects, and it was a mistake, and Uthman he corrected Allah.
No, it wasn't a mistake.
So why they are
Allah,
confused then?
Because they were getting confused, because some people were, because the new Muslims that are coming into Islam, they weren't learning enough. So
Well, now
this is a process.
with the new Quran of Uthman, when you say he put the 7 dialect together, what does that mean? I mean, what does that mean? He wrote the same verse 7 times? No.
Nah.
So what does that mean?
So the way you wrote the verse, you could read it in different ways. So the Zabr say fish. You could read it in different ways.
Okay, let me ask you, what is the first chapter Muhammad he received as a prophet?
The first verse or chapter?
The chapter or verse is the same.
The verse was Surah what do you call it now? Surah Alaq.
Okay, is that now the first verse in the Quran?
Yeah, that was the first verse.
Okay, but now is it in the first verse in the Quran?
The order, the Prophet told the companion to order it in a different way.
Can you show me the reference that he ordered them to do so?
Let me just check.
I will give you 20 years.
Nonetheless, while I'm finding it, nonetheless, he was a companion of the Prophet, so he had authority to compile it. And
he have authority to alter the Quran. That's wonderful, guys. If he is a companion of Muhammad, if you are a friend of Muhammad, you have authority to change the Quran. That's wonderful.
No, he was told by the Prophet to.
Okay, even if the Prophet, who is the Prophet who have the authority to change the Quran of Allah? If Allah gave it to him in such a way, who is even Muhammad to change how Allah gave it to him?
Allah inspired him to.
Show me where Muhammad says that. This is a big fat lie, my friend. There's nowhere it says that.
Who says what? He was inspired by Allah. Everything that the Prophet does is inspired by Allah.
He said to Uthman, change the way the Quran is made. The Quran actually, in chapter 75, verse number 17, Allah said, Inna alayna jam'uhu wa Qur'anahu. It is for us to collect the Quran and to recite the Quran. It is not the duty of you Muslims.
Whatever the Prophet says or does is revelation.
My friend, show me where your Prophet said, write the Quran. The first chapter is Al-Fatiha. Show me.
He won't say it like that, but he will say that.
So you are
he
saying
was
to
given.
me that you Muslims, you fabricate your own Quran and you made it the way you wish.
No, the order of the Quran has been told by the Prophet to do
Show
it.
me.
And the Prophet was guided by Allah.
I tell you to show me where he said that.
Okay, 1 minute.
Okay.
Give me a
10
couple
hours.
minutes. 10 hours.
Give you until next year. Do you like to call Sheikh Hamza or Ustaz Jama'a from Nigeria or Zakir Naik or anyone? What do you like to call?
Call Zakir Naik if you want.
Zakir Naik, you have an answer for everything.
Mhm.
Shall I take a nap and come back later?
Yeah, take a nap.
You are funny, by the way. You will not find it, my friend. There's no such a thing. There's no such a thing. Quran never preserved. It's a big fat lie the Muslims they claim.
No, it's definitely preserved. Just need to find it, and maybe I can send in the comment section. Maybe if you want.
Show me. You can send me if you have something. Even I will put it in the screen if you have. Muslim, they keep, they copy paste, but all reference prove that the Quran never been preserved. Never. Actually, all reference says the opposite. I can show you tons of reference saying totally the opposite.
Yeah, it says here, the present arrangement of the Quran is not the work of later generations, but was made by the Prophet ﷺ under God's directions.
Really?
Whenever a chapter was revealed, the Prophet ﷺ, someone describes to whom he carefully dictated his contact and instructing them where to place the revelation. So what he did was, when the revelation came, he told them where to put it.
Okay, so you have the Quran of Muhammad or Quran of Uthman?
What Uthman did, he when he was in the seven dialects, he made it into one book.
But your prophet, he said the people cannot handle it with one dialect.
Yeah, so the same people, they could still read from the same book, but it wasn't confusing. So the people were
So
saying
let us
that.
make it clear. Same
Pardon?
people, they need 7 dialects to understand the Quran. Many nations, they cannot understand from one Quran. I mean, how funny that is. So Arab who speak Arabic, they are in a small village, a small town is called Mecca. Still, they need 7 Quran to understand the Quran. But
No,
people from India,
they could understand it. They couldn't recite it because of that the tongue, the way the tongue. The
what
certain
time? They
Arabic
are the
words
same,
don't recite.
the same people. What are you talking about? We are Arab. We are the Arab, and we are the same people. So why we need 7 Quran? If the Arab needs 7 Quran in order to understand the Quran or to recite the Quran, a guy from Pakistan, how many Quran he need?
It wasn't the 7. No, it wasn't the 7 Qurans. It was 7 dialects of certain words.
No,
There
it
were
was
certain
7
words they couldn't
Quran. 7
pronounce.
dialect.
and
It
then-
means 7 Quran, my friend. The word is different. The whole thing is different. Let me show you. You said to me that the Quran was preserved. That the Quran says the Quran never been preserved, and even Allah actually Himself, He caused you to forget the Quran. Isn't it Allah in the Quran? He said that we cause you to forget the Quran.
He did what?
Cause you to forget the Quran.
Yeah, he caused the Prophet to forget the Quran because
Why?
that was the basic. That's one way of obligation.
Why?
Because certain things they weren't needed, so he was taken back.
But there is many verses in the Quran are not needed. Why Muhammad memorize them? Actually, more than 80% of the Quran is not needed. Read with me carefully. It says, none of our revelation we abrogate or cause to be forgotten, but we substitute something better or similar. What is the wisdom of that?
Well, what do you mean? This is the way Allah wanted to do it?
What do you mean? It says here that He will cause you to forget to make something similar. So what the point? So let us make it simple. I will say now, I will make you eat shish kebab. Now I will make you forget what I just said to you, and I will say again, I will make you eat shish kebab. So why I made you forget the first sentence if it's the same as the second sentence?
No. So why was Allah revealed a revelation for that moment, and then He abrogated it and He replaced it with something better. or something similar.
So you are saying to me, okay, did you say, aren't you the one who said something better or similar? Did you say better or similar?
Yeah, that's
okay.
what I said.
How the Quran can be better than the Quran?
It was a ruling. It's talking about the revelation, the ruling, whatever it is, the ruling was.
So you are saying to me that Allah, He is fixing some mistakes He did, so He is going to give us something better. So He gave us a rule, and then He noticed that those rules are stupid, so He decided to make it better.
No, that's not true.
So what better mean?
What happened was, so what he did was he revealed the revelation, and then the revelation fitted for that moment only. So then he for example, one of the rulings, like for example, alcohol. So one of the rulings that you don't come to the salah with alcohol. So it was slowly by slowly.
But the ruling of alcohol, He did not cause you to forget them. Here we go. Both of them, they are in the Quran.
Yeah, but they were the verse itself was abrogated afterwards.
My friend, doesn't matter. That's not what I'm saying to you. Here is talking about to be forgotten. What the point of making you forget something if you will make something similar or better? How is that can be? Why? He will cause you to forget. Why He want to cause you to forget?
No, what I'm saying is that it is a ruling. It's a ruling for that time and period.
That's not the question. Here we go. The Quran, as an example, there's verses that praise the alcohol, saying it's a miracle of Allah, and there's verses saying that don't pray when you are drunk, and there's verses saying don't drink at all. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. See, three of them in the Quran. Allah did not make us forget them. Allah did not delete them, but they are abrogated. One abrogating the other one, no problem. But here He's saying, any verses we caused you to be forgotten. What is the purpose to make you forget the word of Allah if Allah He promised you to preserve the word of Allah? Doesn't matter if it's going to be valid or not anymore. There's more than 80% of the Quran is not valid no more. So why He want to make us forget the Quran, the verses?
You have to point to an example where this the way you're saying it took place. I'm saying it was a situation where He revealed it and it was no longer applicable. So then Allah could take it back.
I just showed you example. There's verses until now in the Quran, and they are not to be practiced. As an example,
yeah, but
to be peaceful.
If Allah chooses to do this, either way He could do it whatever way.
So the Quran, no, the Quran
this.
saying that Allah He made you forget the Quran, which means the Quran no way is preserved, because according to Islam itself, according to Quran, Allah Himself caused the Quran not to be preserved by making you forget in the Quran. So now, according to this verse, there's many verses was in the Quran. Now you cannot remember it, correct?
No, they weren't supposed to be the final revelation. So whatever Allah made forget, that it wasn't meant to be for the final revelation. So the final.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, my friend. There's verses Allah caused you to forget. Is that true or not? Either you say yes or you say no.
No, He didn't cause me. He didn't cause me to forget.
Who caused who then?
He caused the Prophet to forget.
So, and you get your Quran from who?
Yeah, the Prophet.
Okay, so the Quran forget, you forget it too. So now we have Quran which is missing, and Allah Himself He did not know, or let us say He caused you there to forget it. Now let us see if the Quran is preserved. Do you know the story about the goat eating the Quran?
No, what?
The goat eat the Quran.
The hadith that the goat that ate the Quran piece, that doesn't take anything away from Islam.
Okay, so where is the verse of stoning to death? Here we go. The goat ate it, and now we cannot find the verse.
Yeah, that doesn't take anything away from Islam. Allah allowed that.
You Muslim, you say to us the Quran preserved, and there is verses of stoning to death and the breastfeeding for adult 10 times. We cannot find them in the Quran.
They were meant to be in the Quran. It's simple as that.
Not meant to be in the Quran by who? By Mrs. Goat. Mrs. Goat decide that I'm going to eat them, so they will not be in the Quran no more. Otherwise, show me the verses. Show me where your prophet said, don't write the verse of stoning to death in the Quran. Show me where your God saying, don't write the verses of breastfeeding for adult 10 times in the Quran.
Allah's all knowledgeable and He's all wise. So if He allowed that to happen.
So maybe Allah is the one who sent the goat to eat the Quran, so those verses will disappear. What do you think?
It was meant to happen that way, so that's how it happened.
Okay, so we can say
Allah sent him.
The goat was a messenger of Allah, and the goat ate the Quran as an order of Allah.
No, there is no proof for that. So
Well,
that's just
isn't everything in Islam is based by the will of Allah?
So you could say even the rape is by the will of Allah.
Okay, so okay.
But that
so
doesn't
now
make
the
any
goat.
sense.
Let us focus on the goat. The goat who ate the Quran, was it by the will of Allah or against the will of Allah?
So Allah allowed that thing to take place. That's what He did. So He allowed the way He allows murder to take place, even though it's wrong.
So now
He
Allah
allowed
allowed the goat to eat the verses, and He did not allow the Muslim to remember the verses.
So He abrogated it.
No, my friend. This is not abrogated. You Muslims until now practice stoning to death. What are you talking about? Until now in Islamic law, aren't you a Sunni? You are a Sunni or Shia?
Sunni.
Okay, Sunni and Shia, actually both of them, they practice stoning to death. So it's not abrogated. Can you tell me, can you recite for me the verse of stoning to death?
Don't know that.
Okay, so the goat ate the Quran. Did the goat eat you too? You Muslim, you say that the Quran is preserved in our heart, and now you practice stoning to death, but you don't have the law which is saying to you practice it to death, practice the stoning. So now
I was show me another book that's been preserved by millions, has been memorized, the whole book, by millions of people. Show me another book.
What book?
Show me another religious textbook where it's been memorized by millions of people.
The Jews, the Christians, my mother, she memorized the whole Bible by heart from cover to cover.
I said million of people.
No problem, but you know, you Muslims, you learn that from the Aramaic. The Aramaic, they sing the Bible singing. They sing it, all of it. They sing it. The whole Bible is a song. The whole Bible for them is a song. And Muhammad, the recitation of the Quran today is exactly what the Aramaic people, how they recite the Bible. As simple as that.
The Quran is such a miracle. You can make a person cry.
The Quran, which is preserved. Do you see in front of you in the Hadith it says that Allah, He sent order as a verse of a breast feeding for adult? Do you see it?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Okay, how in the world your God, if He's a true God, He ordered a woman to give her boobs to an adult man to suck it, and he is a stranger?
What are you talking about now?
The breast feeding for adult. How your God is a true God, yet He ordered a woman to give her breast to a stranger, which is a man who is not from her family, he is not her husband, to suck her nipples 10 times in different 10 days until he is satisfied. What kind of God, this God who preserved your book?
This scholar said that this refers to the milk going in a bottle instead of
my friend, it's an adult man. It's an adult man. Adult man. What milk in the bottle? What? It says suckle. Do you know what suckle? Arda'i. Arda'i is not a drinking. So suckle him. And this woman, she don't even have milk. She is not that young. In order to have milk, you have to have babies. You have to be a woman. She deliver a child. Women, they don't have milk. Anytime you squeeze their nipples, they have milk there. They are not a refrigerator who you open it and there's a bottle of milk and you drink from it. It says suckle him. He didn't say give him your milk. Suckle him. It doesn't matter what suckle. Suckle your nipples.
Yes. Firstly, there's no what do you call it? Firstly, I've been told that this is supposed to go in a bottle, and there's no.
My friend, this is a lie. This is a lie. I challenge you to show me one person, one scholar. He said this is about suckling in a bottle. This is what the Muslims try to say today because this is shameful.
The scholar, I can show you a link where.
My friend, show me the scholar, and I will get them busted in a second because your prophet explained it.
Yeah, I can show you. What do you call it?
Let me show you too. Let me show you. They are lying. I can show you
the explanation of the.
No, they cannot explain it. They are liars. If you want me, show me a scholar. Show me a scholar, not a link written by some idiot. Scholar means someone like At-Tabari, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Jalalain, Ibn Kathir. Show me, no problem. Show me a scholar. I'm not talking about
okay.
So those are not scholars. Anyone who wrote those articles these days is just to avoid the scandal of Islam. They are not a scholar. They are scumbag. So if you want to show me a scholar, name a scholar. A scholar is a scholar. Those who they are exist long time ago, and all the Muslims agree with them for centuries. Suddenly, nobody want to read their books. Now,
No, this is a
you're
video
a
on
prophet,
Sunni defense.
my friend. What's Sunni defense? Sunni idiot. Because you're a prophet,
Sunni defense.
my friend. You're a prophet. He explained it. The woman, he said to the woman, suckle him. Do you know what suckle him? Do you know what the word suckle mean?
Like I said, he's supposed to go in a glass.
My friend, don't tell me drinking from a bottle. At that time, even there was no bottle. Secondly, he said suckle him. Does it say the word suckle him, or it says different word?
I'll post the link now. Just watch
Don't
the
post
video.
any link. Read for me. Does it say in the front of you, suckle him?
Yeah, so it says suckle, yeah.
Okay, suckle is not drinking from the bowl. In different hadith, your prophet, he said breastfeed him. Does it say that?
Says what?
Breastfeed him.
Yeah, breastfeeding. Yeah.
So, so what the drinking from the bowl? And this is why the woman, she was going crazy. How I'm going to do breastfeeding for the guy and he's an adult man? Otherwise, Muhammad, he said, don't worry, just give him a cup of milk and he would drink it. This is what I meant. He didn't say that. She said, how I'm going
No,
to
the one
breastfeed
interpretation
him
is
and he is a grown man? Huh?
One interpretation goes in a cup. Secondly, it's not sexual because after this takes place, that person becomes a relative. So that person can never get married. Or
You
have
can
intercourse
search
or
in the
anything like that.
internet. No, this is a big fat lie. There's no way. There's no Muslim scholar in the world agree that if a person suckle, an adult suckle, he will become forbidden. The forbidden in Islam but after suckling is only for an infant, not for an adult. This guy is an adult. So they are lying to you again, my friend.
Yeah, anyhow.
Okay, so now we notice that the Quran, which you claim is a preserve, is not a preserve. Did Aisha, she said that the chapter of Al-Ahzab used to be equal to the chapter of Al-Baqarah?
What was that? Say it again.
Did Aisha say that the chapter of Al-Ahzab used to be equal to the chapter of Al-Baqarah?
I haven't read that before. I haven't read that before.
Okay, I can show you a reference. Let me show you some reference.
And what's the point of that? What was the point you're making?
Well, the point is very simple. If the chapter of Al-Ahzab used to be equal to the chapter of Al-Baqarah, that means there's more than 200 verses are gone in one chapter alone. So when Aisha, she says such a thing, and you say to me that the Quran is preserved, that is a very serious statement. Where is that?
No, that could mean anything. That could mean, if you look in context, you could say that could mean it's been abrogated by Allah. My
friend, this is what Aisha, she said. It was in the size of etc. What abrogated? This is what they have. This is what they have. If you let me show you. Do you know Arabic?
No, I know some words.
Okay, no problem. Read with me carefully. You can. I will give you the link. You can translate in Google. All right. It says. قال لي ابن أبي كعب etc. I asked him, what is the numbers of the verses in Al-Ahzab? He said 27 verses or 37 verses. And he said, and if it was equal to Al-Baqarah, it was equal to Al-Baqarah, and we used to read for it in the verses of stoning to death. I said, and what is the verses of the stoning? He said, إِذَا زَنَى الشَّيْخُ وَالشَّيْخَ فَارْجُمُوهُمَا, etc. Then we go down. Let us see what Aisha, she said. Let us see. Here we go. عن عائشة قالت. عائشة, she said, كانت سورة الأحزاب تقرأ في زمن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم 200 آية، فلما كتب عثمان المصاحف لم يقدر منها إلا على ما هو الآن. The Ahzab was in the time of the Prophet, which means until he died, 200 verses. When Uthman, he collected his own Quran, he could not collect more than what he have today. What do you say about that?
What's the reference?
Here we go. This is the reference. Al-Itqan fi Ulum al-Quran by the Imam Jalaluddin Abdul Rahman Abu Bakr al-Suyuti, variant number 1, page number 662.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
Okay.
reliable.
I can give you at least 400 to 500 reference from Islamic books about the corruption of the Quran.
That's totally incorrect. You won't be able to.
I will not be able to.
From Hadith, from Sahih Hadith.
Well, those are lies.
You won't be able to from Sahih Hadith.
Okay, let us see if we can find from Sahih Hadith or not. The Hadith about the goat ate the Quran, was it Sahih or no?
Yeah, that was Sahih, but I don't regard that as
Okay.
that was your interpretation,
Okay.
Interpolation.
Okay, let us go and see if we can find in Sahih Hadith any corruption for the Quran. Now, if I show you from Sahih Hadith corruption of the Quran, what you will do?
There won't be any corruption.
Okay, if I find you, let us make a challenge between me and you. If I find you from Sahih Hadith corruption of the Quran, what you would do, my friend?
It's impossible.
Okay, it's impossible, as you said, no problem. But if it is possible, what you will do?
It's a scenario. It's like an impossibility. So you're telling me to start thinking about.
As long it's impossible, so you will not be worried if you say I will leave Islam if you find it for me, right?
Yeah, but I will never leave Islam, so because I'm certain about my faith.
What do you mean? You just said it's impossible, so why you are worried?
What's that?
You said it is impossible to find corruption in the Sahih Hadith.
Yeah, you won't be able to find corruption. In your opinion, it will be corruption, but what I'm saying, in my opinion, it won't be a corruption. It will be abrogation or something like that.
Okay. So it doesn't matter even if I show you tons of reference from Sahih Hadith, you will not leave Islam, right?
Yeah, I will never leave Islam because your interpretation will be totally different. You show it and then you'll say it means this, means this, means this, but it obviously won't be. It won't mean that.
Okay. Let us see. You see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Do you see here Umar saying, I swear by Allah, had it not been so that the people might say, Umar made an addition to Allah book, I would have written it there. He was going to write there what?
So who says?
Umar is talking. He swear by Allah that there is something he would love to write in the Quran, but he's afraid that if you write, people will say he's adding something to the Quran. What he was going to write?
You just read from the start. I want to see what's the context. And where is this narration? I said, where is this narration?
This narration is a Sahih. This is a Sahih Hadith. He's talking about the verses of stoning to death.
So Umar, Allah sent the Prophet with the truth, and the verse of stoning was included. We read and memorized it. The messenger had people stoned to death, and we have done it also since his death. I am afraid the people might say, with the passage of time, we do not find the verse of stoning in the book of Allah, and thus destroy by abandoning a duty which Allah has received. duty, the stoning is a duty laid by Allah for married men. So yeah, you can go down a bit. We read and memorized the. So here the verse was abrogated, but the ruling. So yeah. So what's the problem with this?
The problem is not. It is not there. Umar himself, the caliphate, he said this is there's a problem here. Don't you see? He's saying this is a verse we receive it from Allah Messenger, and he did not say to us take it off. But now he's afraid if he is going to add, because Uthman is the one who wrote the Quran. He's afraid if he add it, people will say he is adding it. So now Uthman, he made a mistake. He did not add the verse. Uthman is the one who collect the Quran. Umar now is saying we have a problem. I'm afraid that people will say, oh, the verses of stoning to death is not in the Quran. Why it's in the Quran? And he want to add
how do you know this was the time of Uthman radiallahu anhu?
This is not in the time of Uthman. Uthman is the one who correct the Uthman is already, he made the Quran. Umar is complaining that the verses of stoning to death is missing. And he would love to add it. If he's a prophet saying, you see, he did not say the prophet said take it off. He did not say the prophet told us not to add it. He did not say the prophet said to him do it this way. He said I would love to add it. I swear by Allah, had not it been to so that people might say, this is the only concern he have, that people might say Umar made an addition to Allah book, I would have written it there.
So yeah, so he's basically highlighting the importance of the ruling, because maybe people are neglecting it, as he says.
He is highlighting the verse which is missing. The ruling he knew. The people, they knew the ruling. What is missing is the verse.
He says here they were neglecting it, or they were.
What is missing, my friend? What he want to write? The ruling or the verse? He want to write the verse in the Quran. The ruling is known.
Yeah, it says here I am free.